Another member of the SafeMoon community has crunched some numbers, and it is absolutely fascinating. And so I want to be able to share with you just how powerful this is and what it could end up leading to. Before I get into it, I just want to say a quick disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor. Everything I'm sharing is my own opinion. It's my own research. I highly encourage you to go do your own research. With that being said, let's go ahead and get on into the news. So this is posted over in the SafeMoon subreddit. It's posted by invest_31. Shout outs to them for putting this together. And the title is The Growth Fund, 1%, and how much it contributes to future products, and the project's growth. And they shared several pages describing this. I'm going to go ahead and get over and cover these right now. So looking at the first one here, if you have $1 million in daily trading volume, that would translate to 1% of that goes over to the daily. That would be $10,000. So on the monthly, that's $300,000, and every year that's $3.65 million. So with this growth fund, just a quick little backtrack here. Whenever you have a transaction with SafeMoon, there's a 10% fee. So if you buy, if you sell, there's 10% there. The exemption is if you're doing wallet-to-wallet transfers. So if you're buying or selling, 10% fee. Of that 10% fee, 1% is going to be going over to this growth fund. So that helps with team building. That helps with marketing aspects. It helps with those various kinds of things. So that's what that is. Now we're talking about the 1% here. Again, $10,000 daily, $300,000 a month, or $3.65 million a year. Think about if you had $3.65 million. How much could you apply that to? Marketing campaigns, team hirings, all that kind of stuff. And that's based on our current volume, which is extremely low. By comparison, let's go ahead and go back historically here. When we look at the charts for SafeMoon version 1, during around, not quite its highest point, but getting right around in there, we were seeing ranges of even $37 million in daily volume. If you go to its peak points, we're seeing, like I just saw 209 right there, $209 million. You've got $172 million, $65 million. It's dramatically higher than the roughly $1 million in daily volume that we're getting right now. I made another video where I talked about some of the metrics that I also found elsewhere that suggest that we are on the precipice of seeing a nice takeoff with SafeMoon. I recommend you go over and check out that short video. It's short, so you can find out more information on that as well. But when you look at this, think about how much this could scale, because we just talked about the lowest level. Past $1 million, you get $10 million daily volume. That's $100,000 daily, $3 million monthly, $36.5 million on the year. At $25 million, still a drop in comparison to what I just showed you. Daily, $250K, monthly, $7.5 million, and every year that's $90 million. If you're trying to grow a team and you're wanting to roll out lots of different projects and stuff, if you had $90 million as a budget to work off of, think about how many people you could hire. New business office locations, rolling out projects that you have to buy. If you want to run tests on things, you run more of those. If you have to rent things out, you got money that can go in there. Well, let's go ahead and keep going here, because we're still not even on that peak level that we saw. So at 50 million daily volume, and let's be fair, we're talking about average here. So if we're exceeding past the day and you're looking at the averages, then okay, you can start to make arguments for some of these lower levels. I get that. But when you roll out the exchange, the blockchain being listed on other major exchanges, the card, the wind turbines tied in with the NFT, you get all this stuff going on. It's only logical that you should see a dramatic increase in the demand in comparison to where we were last year when we didn't have any of that. And technically, we don't have any of that except for the SafeMoon swap and SafeMoon wallet. We just got listed on a top 50 exchange. At 50 million daily volume, you got $500,000. You got 15 million monthly, and then yearly you got $182.5 million. 75 million daily volume, you got 750,000 daily, $22.5 million monthly, $274 million yearly. So at that point, it would be more than $250 million each year that would be allocated, with only a 1% that's going over towards this development fund, right? To the growth fund, I should say. So then let's go ahead and look at the second page here. So in this next example, what we have available to show you is that at 100 million daily volume, you have 1 million daily, 30 million monthly, 365 million a year. Then moving on to the next one, at 250 million daily volume, you have $2.5 million daily, $75 million monthly, and about $912.5 million a year. So that's getting close to the range of what we were talking about when we were looking over here on the CoinMarketCap data, and we're seeing things that pushed over, like 153 million, 175 million. There was 240 million right there, 196 million. You get the point. So just kind of continuing off of that, at 500 million daily volume, a lot of people have been doing metrics about what if we got to 1 billion volume and how much you would get in reflections, that kind of a thing. So we're getting to that. So we got $5 million daily at 500 million daily volume, $150 million per month, and $1.8 billion a year. So smashing beyond $1 billion now. It's $750 million daily volume. That's $7.5 million every single day. $225 million a month, and $2.7 billion a year. Now you're becoming a Goliath in this space, and you have a vast amount of other opportunities of what you can do, especially with team expansions, hirings, things like that. At $1 billion daily volume, you're going to have $10 million every day, $300 million a month, and $3.65 billion every year. And lastly, they do have one final statement here. It says that there is only one step. Multiply any given amount of volume by the 0.01. It's just a little set of a disclaimer. But going back, and thank you so much for putting this together, by the way. So at $1 billion daily volume, that same metric we've talked about, people have done with their reflections calculations, you have every year $3.65 billion. That is a lot of money. A lot of potential behind it. And frankly, I'm okay with them having a growth fund if that means that they're actually using it to help expand out the project. Imagine with that kind of money, you could have ads during the Super Bowl. You could have additional ads outside of just Times Square. You could get more secured advertising positions. You could be airing regular commercials on tons of YouTube channels, on other countries. You could have them being listed there. You could host your own convention. You could endorse other projects. There's so many things. You could launch your own spaceship, right? You can launch your own satellite. There's so many opportunities that are behind this. And for all we know, they're going to end up canceling that at some point, or they can reduce it down. So it's not 1%. They change it to 0.5 or 0.1 or whatever, right? So we'll have to wait and see how that progresses. But I think this is absolutely amazing what they shared with the community, and I wanted to share it with you. So let me know what your thoughts are on this in the comments down below. I do have referral links in the description if you want to get free crypto or free stock. And a shout out thank you to my Patreon supporters. I appreciate it so much, everyone. Double shout out thank you to Xavier Zamora, Victor, Troy Smothers, and 1010 Buns for being higher level patrons. If you would like to join that board for as little as $1 a month, you can join by clicking the link in the description. I really do appreciate it. YouTube is my job and it helps out a lot. If you can check out the YouTube members by clicking on the join button down below. And thank you to everyone for that. That's it. If you're new, don't forget to hit subscribe. We are on the road to 20,000 subscribers. Click the thumbs up like button. That helps us out with the YouTube search algorithm. Click the bell icon so you know whenever we go live. Have a great day. God bless. I will see you in the next episode.